coming to you from the Mumbai Cloud and Data Center Convention, and joining us now is a very special guest, Mr. Brahmareddy Kasu from CtrlS Data Centers. Welcome to W.Media, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my honor to be part of this event.
So before we delve into the data center space and discuss it, I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about your journey as a technology professional and what attracted you to this data center space.
Oh, it's an interesting question. So, of course, prior to the CtrlS, I was in the similar kind of expertise in terms of we were setting up laboratories, kind of server halls, okay? From that expertise, of course, CtrlS hired me almost 18 years ago. So, happy to share that, I'm the third employee of the company. So, I joined during the startup stage. So, to set up, of course, CtrlS was coming up with very huge plans at that point in time, looking at, future of data center. So, the company believed very strongly into the mobile coming into the use of people and the internet days, all of them coming in picture. So they strongly believed, or chairman strongly believed into future is all about data. So we should go into that. So that's where even it was exciting part for me. I strongly believed in it. That's where our journey started. I'm working with the CtrlS for last 18 years, and then is every day exciting. Last a decade, we look at internet of things and digital evolution. It says every day something new, right? So that's where it was kept exciting me. That's where I stuck to the data center industry. And also not only that, at the CtrlS, we have very interesting DNA in the company is that innovation. Innovation is the key aspect of a company. We kept innovating many things or bringing a lot of value propositions. That's where we were the first company to bring the Tier 4 certification to the India in 2008-9 those days. So that started our actual excitement to bring something new proposition to the country and the industry. So then we started looking at how to improve the PUE. So we brought so many energy efficient projects, and part of our uptime and resiliency, scalability, we kept innovating it. We brought so many innovations, and around 250, 280 plus innovations that we did overall our journey. Yeah, so that kept us always engaged with the technology and revamp our day-to-day modality of the business. So part of that, even if you look at today, the kind of PUE that we operate in our data center, the kind of uptime that we maintain our data centers is all because of those innovations. Those special care around the technology is always kept us excited. So that's where we are driving.
So this innovation has been a part of India's digital transformation history, and I was wondering, how has India's journey, in your observation, differed from that of digital transformation taking place in other markets?
It's clear evident, right? If you look at in 2008-9 those days, hardly few players, just we can count 2 or 3 players. Those are all very ages data centers, serving different level of segment, means ISP service providers or the telecom, more of that kind. And since then at that point in time, we see most of our, for example, enterprise business in banking segment, for example, they used to have their own captive data centers because the co-location and the data center market was not matured to that extent. So they're all holding captive data centers. So creating a data center and taking that reliable infrastructure up to the banks, CIOs and the technology heads there, and convincing them to come here, your data will be secure as much as that you are hosting, was the very tough days that point in time. So somehow, along with CtrlS, of course, all the industry leaders and the data center players kept significant efforts in transforming from captive data centers to the co-location data centers. That was one kind of transformation from the data center business perspective. Then the cloud changed the overall landscape of the data center use cases, right? So cloud brought us all the hyperscalers to the India. That has changed great landscape where it has actually momentum picked once hyperscalers and cloud came in picture. Subsequently, again, COVID times. No one expected. Okay, such kind of surge that we have seen.
Right.
The peak COVID times, right after the COVID times, the users were searching for the space. That was the situation.
True.
It's a huge transformation. Now we got into the new era of artificial intelligence. Now earlier we used to talk about megawatt, kilowatt, then megawatt. Now people are talking about gigawatt. It's a huge gigawatt data center. Just imagine how big it is, right?
But it's going to take a lot. It's good to dream big. We have these gigawatt data center dreams, but it's going to take a lot of planning. You have to reimagine things, right? What is your vision of that path, that roadmap to building a gigawatt data center?
Interesting question. So happy to share with you, we are in leading path if you look at gigawatt campuses. So it's all about large scale formats, large scale campus formats, right? So at CtrlS we started looking at gigawatt campuses last couple of years. See, earlier when we were talking about 5 megawatt, 10 megawatt kind of data center was the wow factor. Then when we started first campus with the 40 megawatt as a first building, the utility companies itself surprised to see us. Do you really need 40 megawatt? When are you going to consume it? How it is? Today is the result, reality, right? We strongly believe that gigawatt is not so far. Very soon we are going to make it reality.
But let's also have a sort of a reality check at this point. This gigawatt data center dream is driven mainly by the AI boom.
Correct.
Right? But there are fears that this is an AI bubble. So are you feeling hope or are you feeling anxiety? And what is the reason behind?
It's a mixed feeling with everyone. Okay, everyone wanted to be a reality. But everyone thinking around that. And the positive situation in this market is there are a couple of large scale AI users are really coming up in the market with the requirement. That's where giving us the positive sign. But the negative sign of it is that what if that won't happen? So how do we deal with such a huge infrastructure and that we are planning and going to construct? Is the another biggest worry that we have. But the positive side, I think we should wait for some more time. And things are materializing. End users is the critical here. Even they are figuring it out how they can scale, what kind of application they want to do, what kind of configuration they need to set, what kind of hardware they want to bring in. Those kind of formulas and combinations still on the table, if you ask me. But as far as the data center players like us, we are almost all ready to take those kind of challenges. It was a transition phase a year back. Now we understood how to deal with it.
But tell me something, isn't it a challenge to even conceive something like a future-ready data center? When you say you can deal with it, my confusion, and forgive me, I'm not a technology professional, I'm a journalist. You're talking about future-ready, but what is that data center? How do you envision that and then confidently go about building it?
That's exactly what I was talking about. We started working on 1 gigawatt campus format, large scale formats last 3 years. Since 3 years we are working on it. We tested even half a gigawatt kind of campus already in Mumbai. It's almost half a gigawatt campus. We have experienced how to deal with high density server racks like liquid cooling, for example, and super high density, per rack range anywhere between 50 kilowatt per rack to 150 kilowatt per rack. Okay, we already deploying them. Okay, we tasted the challenge and we already experienced those challenges. That's where we already declared in our portfolio that we have AI ready data centers, AI ready campus, 1 gigawatt campus. That's where we are confident. But as far as the infrastructure is concerned, there are certain challenges. I think as a CtrlS, we passed a certain journey there. We are very much confident and we can deal with it.
One thing I've noticed about CtrlS is your commitment to sustainability. I believe you have invested quite significantly in captive renewable energy units. Could you tell us a bit about these sustainability initiatives which have delivered measurable results?
So before answering that, let me talk about CtrlS culture. Okay, in CtrlS, as I mentioned, innovation and the energy conservation and availability and scalability is the one kind of primary objectives that we have. it's not only just the company's vision, every employee has those key responsibilities. Generally, employees has a KRA, right? KRA KPIs. Each and every employee carries that. First is uptime, then energy is another key aspect of it, right? And keeping always scalable provisions for our customers to grow. These are the key objects that we work. Part of our energy conservation plans from the inception, right after we acquired the first Tier 4 certification, our core focus was on energy conservation, because we know future is all around about sustainability and how we can conserve the energy, how we can bring down our PUE. As much as that we bring down the PUE, it is beneficial for the end user and CtrlS, and also from the environmental perspective. That's where we focused very consistently. We worked on it. If I need to quote, since 2012, consecutively we are getting a best energy efficient award from the CII and the Golden Peacock, all of them, because it is our day-to-day practice to keep up with the sustainability practice. Part of that, we took a big leap recently, that setting up our own Cap2 solar park, near Nagpur. So it went live, and phase 1 projects already went live, feeding our Mumbai campus, and phase 2 is under construction, going live in next couple of months. And we have big plans to go around the solar parks, our own Cap2 solar parks, to feed all our data centers. As we are anticipating, we already published recently, we also signed a pact with the NDPC to set up 2 gigawatt solar parks, to feed all our data centers. So you can understand up to what extent that we are working towards sustainability. Sustainability is now became passion. It became our vision and core value in the organization. Yes.
Perfect. Final question, sir. You agreed to join us here at Mumbai CDC. What were your expectations from participating?
Of course, from participating here is always pleasure, because I'm participating part of W.Media for last, I think, maybe last 8-9 years, because they are consistently inviting me. Coming on this platform, meeting all the industry colleagues, exchanging the ideas, and looking at everyone's vision, working towards that. Okay, of course, data center is a niche market still, if you ask me. Okay, everyone is well connected at the leadership level and even at the middle management and all of. So coming at this platform is always giving us the best platform to interact, exchange ideas. Okay, see how we can take it forward in terms of addressing this AI large scale format data centers. And also, I could see very good products around them, displaying there, always helps us to look at leveraging those products and in solving our problems. So overall, I see always W.Media is going very, very consistently across India. Wherever they go, they keep inviting me as well. I do follow.
Thank you so much for those kind words. Thank you so much for joining us today, sir.
Thank you so much.